Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. It's the podcast where we watch Muppets from Space 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe.
And joining us today, sitting right next to me in the house where we both live, is a return guest. Who is it?
Hi, it's Roz Strand.
It's Roz. She's back.
They let me back
Hey,
on.
remember when you were on this season before?
Yeah, I was
back again.
like a minute ago.
You're back again. You were here 28 minutes ago, something like
Yeah,
that.
28 minutes ago.
Something like that. We talked
Yep.
about F. Murray Abraham.
And Gonzo.
Yeah.
Who's the
14
best?
weeks ago, then?
Something
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Is
and
is that how math works?
Yeah, math, 28 divided by 2 is 14.
Great.
Yeah, I
Good.
teach first grade. We don't discuss division.
No, you do minuses.
We do minus and plus.
All right, well, this one has Gonzo in it, so plus Gonzo minus F. Murray Abraham.
Plus there's a
What is it?
minus F. Murray Abraham.
Yes, plus Bunsen and Beaker. So
Yes.
in these minutes, Bunsen and Beaker queue up some more gadgets for the rescue team, and some Muppets laugh at K. Edgar Singer.
Mhm.
But we start with Bunsen saying, wood, which out of context sounds like he's saying the material trees are made of, but in the movie it doesn't sound like that because the 2-minute clips are arbitrary that we do on this podcast.
That is true. It just happens this way.
He's saying if you would to be
If you would.
he's like,
Just
what
would.
is it like hand me that beaky if you would or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember from last time?
Yeah. He's giving Beaker instruction
right.
and not go get a piece of wood.
Right.
You know, these guys have been working together a long time, so it's understood when he says, if you would, Beaker knows he means, if you would please go over there and pick up that thing and bring it over to me, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a high context couple.
Yeah.
They are.
They
Shorthand.
don't need, they just have it all.
They do. It's really true.
Yeah.
And Beaker goes and he gets it. It is the Muppet Labs door in a jar. And he presents it very proudly.
Has this been made into a slime for me to
No,
buy yet?
but that is the first thing I thought of taking notes on these minutes is that the color of it looks so much like various toy slimes that I grew up with in the toy aisle. Like
In
there
the
was,
Gak era.
Nickelodeon Gak.
well,
Yeah.
and even
Yeah,
before that, there was a
yes.
He-Man slime, and there was
Yeah.
a Ghostbusters ectoplasm, and a Ninja Turtles ooze.
Oh, sure, of course.
Which,
yeah.
you know, I wanted all of these, and of course, it's probably a parent's worst nightmare because they had a tendency to stain certain fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
So this was definitely a go outside and play with that slime.
Slimes in our day were like super dangerous because it was like they would get stuck in fibers. They were super gluey. I think
Our
I
table,
love slimes now.
our dining room table has been stained by slime.
No. It was stained by the red sauce for sweet and sour chicken. Okay, that's
Those
why
are
I
two
won't
very
let the-
different stories.
That's why I
That's
won't
right.
let the kids eat it. Because it's stained wood.
Yeah, that does look like radioactive goo,
It
though.
does look like
Yeah.
radioactive goo.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
would
saying it
play with
was stained wood before, and now it's even more stained by the sweet and sour sauce?
Yep.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those slimes, when I was a kid, they always said on the package that they were non-toxic. So presumably you
Yeah.
could, just drink a cup of that if you wanted.
Yeah, non-toxic does not mean will not make you sick.
Right.
It does mean it will not kill you, but it will.
Well, it might, you might
Yeah.
not have a good time.
This door in a jar 100% looks like a slime that I saw on Instagram that I bought for the kids, and I'm waiting for them to go to bed so that I can play with it all by myself,
Oh,
which happens a lot.
That does happen a lot. You love
Yes,
those.
I love slime.
You're always playing slime.
I'm always watching slime videos whenever I'm stressed. Like
Huh.
if I'm not crocheting, slime is the next best thing to playing with yarn, in my
yeah.
opinion.
I mean, slime is kind of hot right now, right? How did that start? It just became like,
It always now
Marketing.
like marketing.
yeah.
It's easy to make. Kids
Right.
can
That is
make
true.
it.
That is true.
You can make it at home.
You can make it any color, consistency. Now they have like heat ones that feel warm, ones that feel cold.
Hmm.
Like Well, and
I have one with a little peach in it.
I have one with a little peach in it, and it's called Peach
Huh.
Fuzz, and it smells so good. The scents, like it's just texture and smell, and it has no purpose, which is some
Right.
of the best calming play, is whenever you don't have to create something with it, and at least for kids. That's why they love it, because it's just like you just spent an hour and a half, and it's still a pile on the
Mhm.
table, and you've had the best time, and that's fine. There's no judging. Slime is great. I love slime.
And here's what Bunsen thinks about it.
Yeah, but this is not slime.
I know, but I was just
It
trying to
looks
play
like slime, but
back.
it's not
But now we're
actually slime.
It looks like slime. But the
well,
way that Bunsen looks at the slime, I think is brilliant. Not the slime, the door in the jar. Now I just really want it to be slime. But he like looks down at it and he wiggles his little fingers and twirls them in circles. And I'm like, this scene is why we have live hand Muppets.
that's
Like just
yeah,
so
yeah.
that he could just
Mm.
be like, ooh, spooky, spooky door in the
And
jar.
Bunsen, for whatever reason, who has presumably not had the same, right hand performer over the decades, Bunsen seems to do a lot of hand gesturing all the time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe that's
Yeah.
like something Dave Goles is, has like suggested to the right hand performers or
Yeah, it's
something. This is just like a
consistent.
thing to do, is to be big hand gestures and pointing and
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure that they've like studied it, you know?
I'm sure.
I'm sure that
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
watched videos and they're like, ooh, look at those little finger circles.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
hmm
And then they do it.
Yeah.
And then it's great.
Yeah. So Bunsen explains what the door in a jar does. It's pretty self-explanatory. All you do is open up the jar, fling the contents onto the wall, and poof, instant door. And when he
Mhm.
says poof, Beaker repeats poof, which I
Poof.
like.
Yeah. Clearly it says the word poof.
Yep.
So we've gotten two gadgets now, because the last clip we got the rubber ducky. We
Oh,
don't see here.
I literally had forgotten about the rubber
Right.
ducky
So-
invisibility spray, right?
hmm
Yes.
Yeah.
So then the comic rule of three is to do two things of a pattern and then change it up for the third one. So
Uh-huh.
that's what happens. Fozzie picks up a Scotch tape dispenser and says, "Wow, what is this? A secret communication device?" And Bunsen says, "No, that's Scotch tape. Very useful if something tears."
Yeah. You can kind of hear the Trelawney writing in Fozzie here. Like,
Oh, that
like
he's been dumbed down. Yeah.
yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, Fozzie's dumb now, right? We write him as if he's stupid,
Yeah,
and then they wrote in that joke.
yeah. Are we going to talk about Scotch tape being a local product?
Oh yeah, bring
So-
it on.
so-
Yeah.
What?
We talked about, Scotch tape we talked about Jacuzzi being a trademark. Scotch is, of course, a brand of tape
Sure.
Mhm.
made by the 3M company, which is a Minneapolis-based company.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we're here in our metro area is where they're
We
based.
drive by it
Cool.
every time we go to Wisconsin.
So I feel like this is Minnesota content.
Yes, definitely. Do they give tours of the Scotch tape factory?
I don't know. Like Roz was saying,
Uh-huh.
we actually drive right past the 3M building on I-94 every
Yeah.
time we drive to her sister's house.
I will tell you something though. In all my years of teaching in Minnesota, I've never had to pay for a Post-it.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I donate them and stuff.
Yeah, they're I've gotten a
Eventually.
lot of donations from 3M and
Oh,
it's
directly from 3M. That's nice.
well through different things. There's a program called Kids in Need Foundation up here that I strongly support because I shop a lot with them and it's free school supplies for free school supplies for kids. But, I've never paid for a Post-it since I've been in Minnesota, and I used to have to pay for them in Missouri. So
Wow. Well,
Damn.
Post-its are very useful too,
yeah,
in their own
also
way.
yeah, so Scotch and Post-its all created up here.
It's true. 3M.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
was
Scotch
not-
tape is not from Scotland, is what I'm
No.
hearing.
Mm.
Wow.
Nope.
It's from Minnesota. It's from Swedish country, Norwegian country.
From the Swedish Lutheran.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, suddenly we hear a very loud and theatrical throat clearing from off camera. Everyone looks up. Bunsen says, "Ooh." And then we cut to Miss Piggy's feet in the doorway.
Oh yeah.
And gang, I gotta ask, Is this why Quentin Tarantino agreed to do a cameo in Muppets Wizard of Oz? She
Well,
also
they're
has, like,
not, her feet are not bare,
That's true. She's wearing shoes.
but it does start by focusing on her feet. You're right.
Yeah. And then well, like, no, but the camera pans up. It's like real male gazy. The camera panning up her body, that like sexy quote unquote music.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I wasn't thinking that at all.
Really?
I probably should have.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's also leaning against the doorway with her hand kind
Yeah,
of
she's
propped
like-
up, like, "Hey, get a load of me."
Yeah, this is like when every woman is introduced on Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Black Canary comes in and it's like, yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling like super naive now because I thought that it was just because her clothes were cool.
Yeah.
Like this
No,
is
interesting.
like honestly, I don't think of that. You know, that's
Yeah.
not who I am or what I think about whenever I see women standing in dark ways.
Right.
I think about, man, look at those shoes.
Mhm.
I don't think about Quentin Tarantino ever. Whenever I see feet, I like my
you-
world much better than yours. It's so much nicer inside my head right now.
You think this is another triumph for Polly Smith, the costume, the
Yes.
purple. It's all purple.
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
purple,
yeah.
but the pumps. She's a pig. They found pumps that fit her feet.
Made 'em.
It's so great.
Polly
And
Smith made 'em.
they're so and she's wearing with like purple velour pants, purple velour pant. And then it's paired with like a pleather, like rockin' spy top with way too many buckles.
Yeah,
That
buckles
is awesome.
and like, yeah, stripes
Yeah,
and
and then
yeah.
what is it? Purple tiger print beyond arm length gloves. So she's got satin on the satin gloves in an animal print, pleather, metal buckles, and velour pants. And you guys are thinking dirty thoughts, and I'm thinking, how did they get all that combination of fabric to look so cool? It should be a mess, and it looks awesome on her.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
that's what I'm
did
like.
not- I would not. Point of order.
Yes.
Clarification.
Okay.
I was not thinking dirty thoughts. I just felt like the movie wanted me to.
Oh.
I think well, I
the
think
movie
also
wanted you to.
Yeah.
I think two things can be true. One is that this is a really cool outfit on Piggy, and the other is that the movie is presenting it in a way that says Piggy looks hot right now, especially because of everyone else's reaction.
Yeah, they're all like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
Whoa.
Animal does say something, but he's
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah, but
Even animals into it.
Oh.
Yeah. And
But-
I'm also thinking like how flattering, a layered haircut looks on a round face.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
he's-
digging the
he's-
hairstyle. I've
in a-
definitely had that hairstyle at some point in my
Is
life.
that right?
Yes.
But what Piggy says is, and what do you have for moi?
Wow.
And then we see all the boys react, right?
Yes.
And then
Because they all love purple, right?
they love purple.
Yeah, that's why.
They just worked with Prince a few years before this, so
That's true.
Yeah.
Another a Minnesota native.
they're really oh yeah, so they're really into purple.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a soundbite for MenCon now.
Okay.
Work on that.
All right.
All right.
And then but Bunsen's all business. He says, "Well, Miss Piggy, for you we have Muppet Labs Mind Mist. Simply spray it on the subject and they will obey your every command."
Yes.
So Piggy starts to saunter over to the boys while sexy music plays.
I would
Again,
say she struts across the room to the
She does
boys.
struts.
she struts across
You
the
have
music,
to because of the shoes.
but you have to admit that the music is like, like
Oh, that's how the music
I
is?
can't do it.
It's the sexy saxophone.
Like
Settle down.
dun 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 dun. Is that what's playing?
Is that
It's
what
not
it is?
stripper music.
Oh,
no, it's not
gosh.
that.
Okay.
No, it's like it's like a
Like a film noir.
yeah, more like that.
Okay. Okay. And then she wipes out.
Yeah, which is just like her after her big entrance in the last movie,
Yeah.
but like much smaller scale. Obviously, in
Yeah.
in Treasure Island, she falls down all those steps, and in
Yeah.
this one, she
Yeah.
just falls over, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay. It's disappointing. And you know what? You know I like this movie more than that one.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it's like the same
No.
joke, but with less effort put into it.
But Piggy falling down after making a grand entrance has been a long-standing, funny thing since the icy patch.
Well, that's true.
Like, we have always loved Piggy looking marvelous coming in, looking fabulous. She's going to own the stage, and then she wipes out. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's because every single woman who ever looks that good is thinking in their head, don't fall over, don't fall over, don't fall over. And then Piggy does it for us, and we feel better.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. It's
Well,
okay.
yeah, we talked in a previous episode this season, I think, about is this kind of like the movies are punishing Piggy for getting too confident. But I do wonder now that you say that if that kind of starts with Family Christmas, because I don't know if
Well,
there's of
If
her
that happened
specifically
before.
falling down or doing
doesn't she
some
fall down the stairs in 30 celebration of 30 years?
mm,
To your eyes?
maybe
Am I misremembering?
that
Somebody with
sounds right.
better memory than me needs to know that.
Yeah.
I get that entrance confused with the Muppets Celebrate Jim Henson, which is similar in that there are like flashing lights and she's revealed, but the one in Celebration of 30 Years is much more elaborate. So you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's where it starts, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a precedent for it.
There is,
Um,
yeah, it's existed. You know what else I really like about her falling down
But
is whenever she gets back up, they allow her hair to be mussed up.
yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
And
Sure.
I think that I don't know, it's just a fun little bit that it makes her more real,
Yeah,
that her hair is mussy now.
sure.
well, there's also this tradition or this trope around this time of women in romantic comedies falling down a lot, which there was at one point.
Like,
I found out that the video that I was thinking of was from 2011. There was a website called nerve.com that posted a video compilation. It was called something like Beautiful Women Falling Down, a short film. And it was just a montage of women in romantic
seriously?
comedies. Yeah, women in romantic comedies, like looking good, acting confident, and then tripping and falling, which happens all the time. And usually these things make their way into the trailers for these movies.
Yeah,
That's just a
Yeah,
punchline. Well, it happens less now because we have fewer romantic comedies now.
yeah.
But yeah, I cannot track down this old compilation. So if anyone out there knows where it exists somewhere on the internet, nerve.com no longer exists in the form that it used to. But I did ask my wife and frequent podcast guest Stacy if she could think of any examples, and the one that she came up with was in The Wedding Planner when Jennifer Lopez falls and gets her foot caught in a subway grate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
sure.
See, I haven't really thought of that, but again, I'm not always aware of, you know, everything. I'm kind of only aware of what I want to be.
Yeah.
But
Nobody can be aware of everything.
I know nobody can be aware of everything, but I know that the whole like fainting into the guy's arms and swooning bit.
Yeah.
But just well-dressed women falling down. I didn't know that this was a thing. I thought that it was a Piggy thing.
Yeah.
Or just,
But
I think, kind of to make the lead of a romantic comedy seem, I guess, approachable and
yeah,
sympathetic
more
and
human.
cute. Yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah, she falls down. Like, oh, haha,
Like,
she's just a regular human.
oh, she looked untouchable, but now she's fallen. And so that's okay. She's
Yeah.
not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that whole she's not perfect thing. So
Yeah.
Right.
So Piggy's in good company, I guess, is the conclusion to all
yeah.
that.
Yeah. But she stands up, dusts herself off, grabs the mind mist, and says, I doubt I'll need it,
But she does take it.
Told me, didn't he?
which is pretty cute.
It is. I think of it as like a modern day equivalent of like, oh, this old thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's it's they're saying it and they know that it's
Not true.
ironic.
Yeah.
They know that it's ironic.
But
But
the
it's that effortless elegance,
yeah,
know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like this old thing, I wear this so that whenever I don't care what I
Yeah.
wear,
And she did
whatever.
the ha 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 before, right before she fell down.
Oh,
She was walking in when she was strutting in. She was like, "Ha ha, oh I," and then fell over. I skipped
yes.
that, but
Yeah.
anyways, now this after Piggy gets the mind miss, Kermit says, "Okay, guys, let's go get Gonzo." And then they're all cheering.
Animal says Gonzo, Gonzo,
He sure
I
Gonzo.
does.
like that.
And Pepe says, "Sí, sí, vámonos. We'll find him, okay?"
Sisi Vamonos. Yeah,
Which
that's
I
great.
like. Which I like. And Fozzie's just like, "Yeah,
Again, like Fozzie could say something more significant,
yeah."
but
You
This
could say
is
something funny, maybe.
this is
funny,
this is
maybe.
this is the same Fozzie who's like, "Yeah, great party." After Gonzo
Exactly.
says,
Yeah.
I wish they'd get here or whatever.
This is that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not it's not the same.
Fozzie is not well served in this movie.
No,
He's
No.
really not.
no. They focused on Gonzo and Rizzo, like,
Yeah.
and came up with a lot of good stuff, but they kind of forgot that Fozzie was ever funny. He was a good, he was good for banter. He was hilarious without meaning to be. He was campy. And then, yeah, I feel like a lot of his jokes were like, that's why it was,
I guess, yeah,
yeah. I mean, he was funny because he was heckled, and they kind of forgot this at this time and age, that that was funny, and they're like, oh, stupid is funny.
Yeah,
Fozzie is now stupid.
sure.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
we don't see the guys go rescue Gonzo because we return to Covenant.
Oh, this is such a minor thing, but I noticed on the table in Muppet Labs, there's a little jar that looks like mixed nuts that never comes into play. I was trying to remember, like, does this have a significance? Is this going to be like one of those snake in a jar tricks? There's no significance. Next to it, there's a tin with an old-fashioned looking label. I was just able to make out the words Snappies and cocktail
Oh,
hour. So I did a
yeah.
search for this. Maybe you know about this. I had never heard of it before. This is a product called Keppin's Snappies, a unique crispy delicacy for the cocktail hour. So apparently this is an old brand of cocktail crackers, which, as far as I can gather from web searching, have not been made in a very long time. But you can find empty tins of them on eBay and such. So I
Huh.
don't know. I have no idea how they ended up in this movie.
That's so
See,
crazy.
this is why I need to read the junior novelization
Yeah.
to see if those things are mentioned in it.
Quick. Scholastic.
I need to. I've been meaning to get it.
Yeah.
Maybe it says Bunsen and Beaker were enjoying some Snappies when the other Muppets interrupted
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Uh,
I do like the stage setting because it's very like backstagey. It
Sure.
the whole setup reads Muppet Show from the backstage.
yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
setting, and they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, and it's lived in. It looks like a place where these guys actually live and work every day.
Maybe they've lived and work there ever since Snappies were first sold.
They've just
Could
had-
be that yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Bunsen or Bunsen's dad bought that in the 1950s. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. So we return to Covenant, where Singer tells Gonzo that he's been looking for something like you all his life.
Yes.
He keeps talking. He pulls on a latex glove as he's talking.
Oh,
And then he says, "May I?" And Rizzo says, "Before you answer, you better be real clear on the final destination of that finger."
yay! Audience voice.
I don't like that.
You enjoy this?
You don't?
I do not like this.
Oh, I think it's
You don't
gross.
like it?
Why do you?
Because the audience is thinking that.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's a children's movie.
Yeah, they're just like, why did you put on the glove? You're gonna put it up his nose. Every kid is thinking he's gonna shove it up his nose.
Oh,
That's not what the joke is, though.
I think the joke is
Oh.
that Rizzo thinks he's gonna stick it up his butt.
He's gonna give him a proctology exam.
Okay, I thought that he was gonna pick his nose. I hang out with first graders, guys.
You are so charming.
I don't get half of this now. No wonder you don't like this movie.
I do like this movie.
I know. Like, I'm watching it like a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
Like he's gonna pick his nose.
yeah, sure. Because he does mess with his nose.
He does
That's what
mess
actually
with his
does.
No, that's
nose.
good though. That means there are, kids who watched this. I mean, of course, kids don't know what the doctor does when he puts on a glove like that, but
I don't want to know either.
yeah, no, that's good that kids and some adults didn't think that when they saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to think about that. I do want to say that Gonzo is in what I like to call his pink patterned Muppet eyeball vest Camilla on the beach tie phase,
Okay.
which is a very unique phase.
Uh-huh.
It's in this movie only, but his outfit is so much. And the fact that he has Muppet eyeballs all over his vest, where the button slits are Kermit's eyes.
What?
Oh, are
Did you
they?
guys stop and see that?
No.
I did not
It's
notice that.
incredible. So the actual buttonholes on his vest give the Kermit eye shape, but they look like Muppet eyeballs.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm looking now. I'm looking at the menu.
Well, and you're talking about Gonzo in a phase, so I want to mention that if listeners would like to hear Anthony and Roz have a delightful and entertaining conversation about all the different phases of Gonzo's character, they should seek out the Gonzo episode of the 70 Years 70 Muppets podcast.
check it out.
Thank you.
Gonzo's
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that was a
Gonzo's
super
the
fun
feature, and it
episode.
was really fun.
It
Yeah.
was really good.
Yeah.
It was a good
Yeah.
one.
But yeah,
Fun to do.
look.
But yeah, you're right. His buttonholes totally look like Kermit's eyes. You're right.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they're all like Muppet eye shapes.
I guess so. They just look like O's.
Well, they could look like O's, and then I see that buttonhole making it look like Kermit's eye, and then I'm like, those are totally Muppet eyes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like those white ones literally look like Gonzo's eyes right now, only without the lids.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then Camilla is on his tie wearing a lei
She is.
on a beach scene.
It's true. It's all true.
It's awesome. It's crazy.
So anyways, what else happens in this thing? K. Edgar Singer,
Yeah.
having put his glove on, twists Gonzo's nose around, and Gonzo says thanks.
Yeah. Like Gonzo can't crack his own nose.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Gonzo just thought it was fun because like pain is fun or whatever, right? Like that's
It's true.
what I thought.
Well, a lot of people like to crack their knuckles and crack their back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I related it more to. It's just like, oh, I needed to do that. Thank you.
Sure.
But again,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I like jokes. I've said this before many times. I always like physical comedy with the Muppets that takes advantage of the fact that they're puppets. Like if this were a human actor, it would be much harder to twist his nose all the way around like that, but Gonzo could do it.
Gonzo can totally twist his nose. Yeah.
And then he pulls Gonzo's nose up and says, no nostrils. How do you smell? Well, we all see the punchline coming.
Yes.
But Rizzo says, awful. Trust me, I'm his roommate. And then Rizzo as himself and Bobo as Rentro both lose it. They
Yeah.
just
Yes.
start laughing so hard.
Now, at this point, I half expect Statler and Waldorf to pop up and heckle Rizzo because that is a Fozzie joke.
It is.
Yeah, this is one of those kids' joke book kind of jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And I love that the Fozzie joke is still in, even though Fozzie doesn't get to make jokes right now.
Sure.
Like, at least we still enjoy those type of jokes. And Bobo loses his mind over it.
Bobo loves it. He loves it.
He doesn't get a lot of humor in his line of work.
That's true. That's true. Ed doesn't say anything funny.
Ed doesn't say anything funny, and
doesn't-
Bobo just dies.
Bobo doesn't see anyone else probably, except for General Luft every once in a
Oh,
while.
yeah, that's kind of sad.
And so anyway, they're laughing. Gonzo starts laughing.
Mhm.
And then K. Edgar Singer laughs. But then he stops and snaps
Well,
into yell.
he's laughing in such a crazed way, like of such an exaggerated,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's
obviously
doing
unnatural.
"Ha!"
Yeah.
And then it's unnatural is a good word for it. And then he stops and snaps into yelling, "Don't!" And that's when we stop.
Yep.
He's
That's where
doing
we-
his impression of Homer Simpson.
No.
That's good. I thought that he was yelling, "Don't steal Fozzie's jokes!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. You had a few other ideas, didn't you?
Yeah.
You want to say them? You should say them.
Don't make light of being nostrilless. He's
Okay.
very- Don't move. There's a spider on your face.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Don't stop me now. Na-na-na-na-na. And then donate to your local PBS station.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what we hear him say in this clip is "Don't." We do not hear the T really.
You-
Oh.
yeah.
which we were discussing, and we believe that it is spelled Dohn.
Dohn.
Oh,
Don't.
okay.
Don't.
Um,
It's
I,
really
I
enjoyable.
I was gonna say, Ryan, you mentioned earlier in this season that Singer reminds you of Hank Kingsley often.
Oh, yeah, he's playing a very similar character. I have to assume that was part of how he got cast.
Hank
Who
Kingsley.
is Hank
Hank
Kingsley?
Kingsley is Jeffrey Tambor's character on the Larry Sanders Show, the sidekick. The Ed McMahon character on HBO's The Larry Sanders Show.
Sure. What?
There, Raz, I've seen every episode of this program. You've been in the room many
You've
times.
seen all the
It's
episodes of a lot of things.
it's
I
it,
cannot
it's the
remember all
HBO
them all.
sitcom about like a Tonight Show type.
Okay. Okay.
Remember it?
I trust you that it exists.
Jeffrey
Do
Tambor
you
was
see
in it
that
as
sign up there? Now that sign says applesauce.
applesauce. No, it says applause. It's from the opening. It's him. Anyways, he's the sidekick, and he's very egotistical and delusional about his own importance. And this moment
Okay.
where he does the like exaggerated laugh and then snaps into being serious and yells, "Don't laugh at me,"
Yeah.
feels very much like that character. A person who was the butt of jokes and his job only and thought nothing was funny and had a very high opinion of himself.
Yeah, and just kind of
Oh.
bitter at the world for his own
Yeah.
failings. Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Did-
anyways, this one reminds me a lot of that.
sure.
Is that what they wanted? Like whenever they were casting?
I mean, that's what Ryan has suggested, and I think
Okay.
I think there's a lot of truth to it for sure.
I could, if they hadn't gotten him or if somebody else had said yes first, the character would probably have turned out a little bit differently, because that's what always happens when a different actor plays a character. But yeah, the way he's playing it, it just really comes across as being similar to Hank.
Yeah.
So
He seems like Kingsley Shacklebolt. What was his name? Did you say?
Hank Kingsley.
Hank King.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey now.
I'm 10 minutes from now. I will not be able to tell you what you just said.
Or 10 minutes from now, you'll be watching an episode of The Larry Sanders Show.
We'll be learning all about the garden weasel.
That does happen a lot in
All
our
right.
house, where it's like Anthony is trying so hard to get me to remember something. Just this is literally like now one of our more
Janine Garofalo was in it.
and I like
You
her.
love Janine.
I know. I don't know what the show is. Where Anthony just keeps telling me more and more details about pop culture thing until I finally remember it. But
Yeah.
it takes him so much effort
I
to
imagine
get me to remember this stuff.
I imagine this will be a familiar story to many of our listeners who have partners, as it is familiar to me.
Yeah. Yes.
So you also play this game?
Well, the big one in my household is that Stacy doesn't remember the names of movies that we've seen. So I'll start saying like, "Oh, remember this reminds me of that scene in whatever movie," and she'll have no idea what I'm talking about. And then I have to provide a lot of information about it, who was in it and the plot, and then she'll say, "Oh, yeah, that one."
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like it's I think about Inside Out and all those little marbles going to the forgetting place.
Yeah.
Some of our marbles just go there constantly.
Everybody's marbles go, have different marbles that get chosen for that place.
Yes, I have a high rate of marbles being sucked out of my brain at any given point, and I just lose it. It's just gone.
Yeah. And all of the Larry Sanders Show related ones. I was watching.
I was
watching
that whole row of
I was
Larry
watching-
Sanders Show is gone.
I was watching that show a lot, like when we met and were dating and were engaged.
Oh wow! So that we're talking 16 years ago. I might have been in the room while it was playing. Level of relationship.
Correct.
Yeah, that's never coming back. That's gone. That is gone.
Any other thoughts about these 2 minutes before we go? I'll start with you, Roz.
Hats off to the costuming, because between Piggy and Gonzo, they're looking great. They're looking awesome. I agree with Ed that you should donate to your local PBS station if that's what he's yelling. And also I do feel I hope that I can't wait for Fozzie to come back and tell jokes. I love all the Gonzo and Rizzo content, but it'd be cool if Fozzie got to tell a joke again.
And you'll be waiting until 2011 when The Muppets
Woo!
comes out.
Yeah.
And Ryan, any other thoughts?
One thing from the 2 minutes, Rizzo says Gonzo smells awful. What do you think Gonzo smells like? Does he smell like, does he not launder his clothing regularly? Does he smell like chickens? Does he smell like cannon gunpowder?
I was thinking a mix of polyester and gunpowder. Like
Okay.
his or like a really strong like fabric softener smell and
Hmm.
gunpowder. I don't know. He wears a lot of like shiny shirts and vests and ties at this point. I think that there's some kind of starching element mixed in with the smell of burning,
Yeah,
and
sure.
maybe that's not so pleasant.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
we're all just grateful that we're not his roommate. And then
Yeah.
from screenplay draft stuff in the 5/26/98 draft of the screenplay, there's no K. Edgar Singer, as I've mentioned. There is a character named Major Williford filling a similar role. There's a scene in that draft. So in this scene, Singer just says he's been looking for somebody like Gonzo his whole life. That's kind of an attempt to flesh out the character a little bit, but in this draft, there's a scene where Williford reveals that when he was 10 years old, he saw the movie 2001 and it changed his life because it made him think about other life in the universe. He bought a telescope, he named his dog Sirius after the dog star, and he joined the military so he could work his way into the SETI program. So that's some nice
Whoa.
characterization there, but we don't need
It's
it when we're just waiting for stuff to happen to Gonzo.
yeah, yeah, that's true. It's well, I know that we're jumping ahead, but it's like the 2011 movie, the verse that
Chris
they
Cooper
cut, the
backstory.
Chris Cooper backstory.
Oh yeah.
Um, like they went back to that well and they're like, "Hey, let's give our evil villain a backstory." So,
And then they cut it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Got it then too.
it's true.
right. But that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Roz, you've already been on the show this season.
Yes.
And so we asked you our two questions with the first time. You were our first guest this season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. What?
You were
Was
talking,
I?
well, you were talking about Noah's Ark. That's right at the
I
beginning.
Oh
I think
yeah.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
And I think
Again, it's already out of my head, guys.
right.
That was like 14
But
weeks ago.
at that time, we were thinking that the question was going to be, what is your favorite sci-fi movie?
Oh,
Right?
okay.
And so you talked about,
You said sci-fi something, didn't I? I think I remember Doctor Who.
you talked about Doctor Who.
That's not a movie.
Wait, you talked about Doctor Who. Okay, so
I
never
mean,
mind.
there is a
Okay,
movie where
so
the shoes fit perfectly, but it's not that good, except for the scene where the shoes fit perfectly.
yeah, that's true.
All the rest of it was pretty bad.
Yes. But
The
anyways,
shoes.
Yeah.
Paul McGann in the Doctor Who TV movie
Oh,
has one
Mhm.
very fun moment where he realizes that his shoes fit perfectly after his regeneration.
okay, right. I don't remember that part, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a normal post regeneration, thing.
I remember because Anthony has sent me a picture of an artist rendering of Paul McGann pointing at his shoes, saying, "The shoes!" And Jodie Whittaker pointing at her pants, saying, "The pockets!"
Yeah, yeah,
And so that's why I remember that scene. It's actually not because of the movie, it's because
yeah. Of
of
that.
this. I don't know which artist. It's adorable
I don't
though.
remember.
Sure.
I'll
But
look it up.
it's really great.
But
Huh.
it's funny. It's
Anyway,
funny we're talking about
so
Doctor Who
we were talking about Doctor Who.
because you didn't even mention Warehouse 13 last time,
Oh, that's
which I think might be the actual answer to this question.
I am obsessed with
So
Warehouse
Oh.
13.
nobody ever talks about Warehouse 13, a show that ran for 5 seasons on the Sci-Fi Channel
Yes.
and has largely been forgotten.
That is
So,
so
so
sad.
Roz, tell our listeners why you love Warehouse 13 so much.
Okay, Warehouse 13 is the perfect ensemble blend show of both history and magic and science, and it's all mixed together into campy episodic goodness. And I love all the beats. I love all the big bads. Warehouse 13 has some of the best big bads in the universe.
Whoa.
H.G. Wells is a bad guy. And then it turns out that H.G. Wells is not a guy. And then H.G. Wells becomes like their best friend and becomes best friends with Micah, and she's so cool. And then she tries to blow everybody up, but then she's kind of like a ghost, and then she helps them on their adventures, and then she becomes a really good person. And because they set back time again, then she gets to join them for real, where she's not trying to kill everybody. And I love H.G. Wells. And I also love, oh man, remember that cameo that you sent me?
Yeah, I got Roz a cameo from Allison Scagliotti, one of the cast members
Oh,
from Warehouse 13.
Oh, she was so great in the cameo, and she's so adorable. I mean, obviously, she's like the quintessential, tech girl, geek, kind of funky,
Yeah.
funky goth punk. But she's so funny, and I don't know how many times I've seen that show over and over again. Right now, I don't have access to it, and it's driving me crazy. But I love that show. But it's but it's like a mix of sci-fi and fantasy and history. It's not straight, Star Trek. It's complicated and more silly.
And that's, oh my good. Roz, okay, wow. Okay, so Saul Rubinek is one of the main characters on the show.
Saul Rubinek
And on
is so grumpy.
And on season 4,
I love it. I love how grumpy he is.
and on season 4, most of his scenes are with Brent Spiner.
Yep.
And Roz,
another big bad, but he's
why are you spoiling?
Oh my gosh, guys, come and watch Warehouse 13 with me.
I am
It's
certain.
so great. Ryan, come over and watch Warehouse 13.
clearly I should.
You seen it?
No, I've never seen any of it.
It's so good.
You're convincing me.
I am certain that Brent Spiner's casting is a reference to a specific episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Most Toys, where Saul Rubinek plays an alien who tries to add data to his collection.
Yes.
So you're like, oh, it's not Star Trek. But guess what? Those dorks cast Brent Spiner in a recurring role as a reference to one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
But he got to play a monk.
And remember when Giles and Spike were on the same season? Okay. All right.
Ooh. Wait, I need to know.
Yeah, Giles and Spike were on the same season. That was so much fun. And then there was a whole bunch of stuff about living forever.
Yeah.
And it was great.
That's exciting.
I'm sorry.
Well, I need to know.
I want to see the show again.
Because I've been keeping a list of everyone's answer to the sci-fi question on this season. Are you now replacing your original answer of Doctor Who with Warehouse 13?
I don't really feel like Warehouse 13 is sci-fi enough.
Okay, so I'm gonna officially leave your answer on the list as Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Very fantasy, I would argue.
Okay, it is.
I'm whatever. You can say Doctor Who. I'm not.
I mean, the thing is that tell me a straight sci-fi thing that I like. Like that is not like any complicated genre crossing type thing.
That's just science
That's
fiction.
just science fiction.
And you like it?
Yes.
Gravity?
Like the concept?
Arrival?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I enjoyed Gravity.
I guess
I think with less gravity.
Roz is looking at Anthony with such suspicion in her eyes. Like, why are you saying Gravity?
Gravity.
The movie Gravity.
I love that.
Yeah, that was really good. So I guess that there are more sci-fi movies that I like than sci-fi shows. But I do.
Doctor Who. That's
Doctor Who is probably that.
Just so much more.
Okay, Doctor Who is locked in.
Yeah, and
Final
Doctor
answer.
Who you can get into for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And Warehouse 13, I just rewatch the same thing and obsess over it constantly.
I love that.
One time I found a Warehouse 13 sticker on a package that I got, and I lost my mind. I was so excited. I was like, I found it. It's mine. He's going to be at my door. I'm going to get a new job.
There is one Warehouse 13 tie-in novel. One. It's by Greg Cox. It's by Greg Cox of Star Trek novelizations fame.
Yep.
And I want to find it in person, like in a used bookstore, so bad to give it a try. I can go buy it online, but that's no fun.
It's not the same.
You got to buy local.
Anyways,
buy local,
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
But
So
I really
anyways,
want to find it. And I really want anybody, Ryan, you're welcome up here, man. I will find a way to watch Warehouse 13 again. Just
Okay.
love it.
just come up here and watch 65 episodes.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It
All
goes
right.
down so
All
smooth.
right. So that just about brings us down to the end of another one. Roz, thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me talk about Warehouse 13.
Well, I thought you would enjoy doing so on the podcast.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about sci-fi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This time, you know.
And anybody else listening, please spread the love of Warehouse 13 because it was a really good show.
And also, while you're watching, while you're thrilling to Pete and Micah's antics, you can
Yes.
read toughpigs.com articles on your second screen. We're on the internet, we're on Facebook, Blue Sky, all over the place. You can become a patron of ours on Patreon. You can go catch that bonus episode we released a couple of months ago. Maybe you haven't heard that yet because you aren't a patron, where Cam Garrity quizzes us on all the movies we've discussed on this podcast.
Oh, that was
Mhm.
brilliant.
You could-
I saw the list.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That is insane. You guys are crazy. It's wonderful.
Thank you. You can email us at movinrightalong@toughpigs.com to tell us why you think that McPherson is better than Sykes.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And you
that's
can-
just obvious.
You can follow Ryan on Blue Sky at me, Ryan Rowe, and on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper and on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. Thank you, as always, to Jordan Brandon for composing our theme music and to Morgan Davy for designing our logo.
We love you both, Jordan and Morgan. You guys rock.
And Roz, once again, you cannot be found.
Are you? Oh, you're not gonna ask me. That's so nice.
Once again, remind our listeners that you cannot be found.
Please don't find me on the internet.
All right, so it's
all lovely people, but just talk to Anthony. He's very accessible and he will tell me the stuff that I need to know.
that is true. Any comment on the Discord or on Facebook that mentions you, I always tell you about.
Yeah, he
Sure.
will give you the information. He will digest it and quantify it into the amount that I can handle at any given moment.
Mhm.
And then I don't have to worry about breaking any sort of communication with anybody else. And then that makes me feel better.
So instead of finding Roz online, give us that positive review you've been meaning to give us.
That I want. I want all the positive reviews for you guys.
And tell the Warehouse 13 fan in your life to listen to Moving Right Along. We'll be back next week with another episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey now.